Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. What a great and exciting performance from Kumasi Asante Kotoko this season. They've exhibited the true colors of who they are. They've exhibited why people call them the fabulous lads. Okum Apima Apimbeba. A great performance by all standard in the MTN FA Cup quarterfinals. Kumasi Asante Kotoko versus True Democracy, beating them by 2-1 in Kumasi at the Kumasi Sports Stadium. But the journey towards this state, or where Kumasi Asante Kotoko has reached, doesn't really come easy for them. After losing their the two Sudanese players, when they disappeared, when they went for a trial matches in the USA, after these two players exited painfully, leaving Kumasi Asante Kotoko on their trip in America, really demoralized the team. But currently here we are today, seeing wonders and great performances from Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Seasons after seasons have passed. Kumasi Asante Kotoko is still Kumasi Asante Kotoko, but this season is one of their best seasons ever. After years and several seasons, 2024-2025 season is Kumasi Asante Kotoko's best ever season. Coach Prosper Ogum has been a live wire for Kumasi Asante Kotoko this season, and the arrival of Kwame Opoku has really done so much good to Kumasi Asante Kotoko. He has been like a motivation to some of the players who sees him as a leader and a great performer in the team. Though they have a lot of players, their current goalkeeper that helped them defeat True Democracy, Mohammed, is really a good goalkeeper, doing so well for Kumasi Asante Kotoko. They have Saka Dauda, they have Intim. These players are picking up the pieces to make sure Kotoko stands well and do better in the Ghana Premier League and the MTN FA Cup. If you have to talk about Kumasi Asante Kotoko, for me, they are the best team so far this season. Losing so many matches continuously, both home and then away, for Kumasi Asante Kotoko to now top the Ghana Premier League table with 42 points, behind Bibiani Gold Stars with 41 points. Where Kotoko is coming from to even come and lead the league table, they should be applauded. And Coach Prosper Ogum should be awarded and applauded for his yeoman's job he has done so far this season. Though it's early days yet, but Kotoko can win doubles this season. Brekum Chelsea cannot stand in the way of Kumasi Asante Kotoko this season in terms of the MTN FA Cup. Whoever Kotoko meets, if you could look at the statistics, whichever Kotoko meets or plays with, if Kotoko doesn't score, you don't score them. And if they score, it's very difficult for you to equalize. And a good performance and a good statistician, Prosper Ogum, doing so well for Kotoko this season, making sure they leave all the setbacks behind. Even after the aftermath of Pole's death, Kotoko is still standing tall, making sure they win match after match and they perform better games after games, matches after matches, winning matches without losing a single point, both home and away, making sure they pick every maximum point at stake. I won't be surprised if Kumasi Asante Kotoko lifts the MTN FA Cup this season. This season is nobody's season but for Kotoko. Where they came from, they lost about 4 or 5 matches continuously, both home and then away. The team was more or less disorganized. But here we are today, seeing Kotoko on top of the Ghana Premier League, seeing Kotoko qualifying to the semi-finals of the MTN FA Cup. They've been champions before. Kotoko have seen it all before when it comes to trophies, when it comes to good performances. But the arrival of Kwame Opoku has been the magic for Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Even if no player scores, Kwame Opoku will make sure his name is added to the scoring sheet. Thanks also goes to the Kumasi Asante Kotoko faithful supporters for standing behind the team in this trying moment and making sure they leave no stone unturned to make sure Kotoko gets this far. It will be a great season for Kotoko if they lift the MTN FA Cup to honor Pole. It will be a good thing if Kotoko lifts the Ghana Premier League to honor Pole. It will be so much good for every single player to make sure they win the Ghana Premier League and win the MTN FA Cup to honor Pole. A one-man supporter who has done so well wherever Kotoko goes, Pole is always there. That shows the true legacy of a good supporter. And coming together with all the supporters without even Pole to make sure every single match Kotoko plays, both home and then away, they are always there to cheer them up. Thumbs up to Prosper Ogum. Thumbs up to all the entire players of Kumasi Asante Kotoko, making sure they live their dream and they live it well to honor Pole. The best team so far this season is Kumasi Asante Kotoko, no other team. Because if a team will lose continuous 4 games or 5 games and they will still come back to lead the league table, hardly does it happen. Even if you could cast your mind back, let's go back to the English Premier League, Manchester City. What has been their performance so far this season? They've lost matches after matches. But are they on top of the English Premier League table? No. But when you come to Ghana, Kotoko lost several matches. But here we are today. They are on top of the Ghana Premier League table. And they've qualified to the semi-finals of the MTN FA Cup. And they are going to face Brekum Chelsea in Kumasi, which is the first leg. Kotoko getting this far didn't come easily. Wokum Apima Apimbeba. A legacy well lived and a journey well saved. Congratulations to Kumasi Asante Kotoko. And I know they will lift the MTN FA Cup and win the Ghana Premier League this season. 2024-2025 season is only for Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Congratulations to Kwame Opoku for living his dream to make sure Kotoko gets this far. To make sure even Saka Dauda, making sure the dream is alive for Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Even when they score, they dedicate it to Pole. Making sure for someone to sacrifice his life for Kotoko, they have never forgotten about it. Congratulations to Prosper Ogum. Congratulations to Kwame Opoku for coming back to Kumasi Asante Kotoko and making sure he leaves no stone unturned. He was great and better before he left the shores of this country, and he has come back to serve the club that made him who he is. Not every player will do that, but Kwame Opoku is living his dream and making sure he pays Kotoko back for what they have done for him. Congratulations to Prosper Ogum. Congratulations to the entire Kumasi Asante Kotoko fraternity, the supporters, the coaches, and everyone for making sure they live this dream and make sure it's still alive. If you know Kumasi Asante Kotoko can lift the MTN FA Cup and lift the Ghana Premier League, leave your comment in the comment section for me, and I'll read it for the entire Kumasi Asante Kotoko faithfuls. And don't forget to follow all our social media platforms, SATV Sports. And I will always bring you every exclusive update you always wanted. And don't forget once again to always turn the notification button on and share for all your friends to know what SATV Sports is all about. SATV Sports, your ultimate destination for sports and the best place you can get all your exclusive sports news around the world.